Hey everyone, welcome to Nicole's Needlework. My name is Nicole, and this is a podcast about stitching and knitting. Today is October 5th, and it's right around 5:30 p.m. I've just gone off work, so I thought I'd do a quick video and update you all on what I've been up to. Let's see, it's been quite a while. We got our son moved into his dorm room at University of South Carolina, and he's doing great. I had a couple of days where I wasn't doing so great. I was really missing him, but it helps to know that he's so happy and he's doing well. So he did come home one day, so that was nice during Labor Day weekend. And then we had Hurricane Florence, and we had a mandatory evacuation. So we ended up going to Atlanta. And I'm not sure if we even got any rain here. Poor North Carolina, they got it so bad. I feel so bad for everyone up there that was affected by the hurricane. We got very, very lucky here. So, let's see. I do have one knitting finish, and that's my socks. And this is the Simple Skip pattern. It's a free pattern. I think these took me like 5 months. It shouldn't have taken me that long, but I'm glad they're done. The sock yarn and all that is listed in my Ravelry page, and you can find me on Ravelry at Nicole's Needlework, which is where you can find me pretty much anywhere. Facebook, Instagram, Flickr, all the social media. You can find me at Nicole's Needlework. So I've just got these in my little basket. These are some of my favorite socks I've knit over the years. Lots of pinks and purples. So I've just got them in there. Let's see, whips. I've got a lot of whips. I've been working on I can't speak today. I've been working on a lot of different things. I don't even know where to begin, where I left off. I was working on Frederick by Carriage House, and I got a little bit more done on Frederick. So I'm just working on the bird there. I got all the border finished, and I really like it. I got to get back to it. This is 40 count purled barley by Lakeside Linen. It's an older dye lot. So it's really pretty neutral. And I'm using all the called for needlepoint ink silk threads. A lot of reds, oranges, golds. Very pretty colors. So that's one thing. And I did work on Barbara Anna Love Never Fails. Just a little bit. This is a black and white picture, but it's the kind of fractor folk art couple. And not a lot. I finished the bottom border. And I'm working on the lady. I got her feet done and started working on her dress. And instead of black, I'm using 3371, the dark brown DMC. And I'm using all DMC for this. I've got bobbins and thread drops, kind of a mess. But very pretty colors. I love these colors. And this is 40 count vintage Meadow Rue. So that's been a fun one to work on again. It's funny because I put so many things away, I kitted so many things, and then I re-kitted them again. I don't know. It's just something I do. I don't know why. Alright, what else? I have been working on Sarah Redfern a lot. And this is Sarah Redfern 1826 by the Scarlet House. And I spent a lot of time stitching this while watching the Great British Bake Off. I became completely obsessed. I started watching the episodes they had on PBS, and then I watched all the episodes they had on Netflix, and then I went and searched online because there's 2 seasons before Netflix, and I watched those. And then I'm just completely obsessed with the Great British Bake Off. And they have Bake Off Brazil. I wish I knew Portuguese so I could watch those episodes. It's that bad. So I'm all caught up. I've even found the episodes from this year, and I think they're on to episode 7, and I'm up to 6. So I need to find 7 somewhere. Yeah, it's really bad. So anyway, I stitched a lot of this while watching the Great British Bake Off. But I'm about halfway done. And I'm loving it. I keep going back and forth on this color. It's a little hard to see, but it's this bluey green color. And what it's called for, and it's really hard to see there, like it's very pale. And Shepherd's Pasture by Belsois is the color it's called for. Well, my Shepherd's Pasture is very green, and here it looks blue-green, and I like the blue-green look. So what I did at first, I keep going back and forth. So mostly I'm using Belsois. I think there's one Gloriana in there. These colors are gorgeous. Could get them to cooperate. Kind of losing my light here. Hopefully it will last. So there's the Belsois. And for that one, I thought, well, I'll use this Avera Soie d'Alger in 1814, which is really pretty. I mean, it's a beautiful bluey green. It would have been perfectly fine, right? So I stitched these flowers and everything using that, and then I'm like, for some reason I didn't like it, which is so strange. So I went back to my original choice, which was Blue Ice by Dinky Dice. And it has more variegation, a little lighter. And so that's what that is done out of. And I think I'm gonna stick with that. I like the lighter color, but then I keep going back and forth. Is it too light? I don't know. Does it matter? It doesn't really matter, but I'm so like OCD that I worry about the small things. But anyway, it's kind of on hold. It's kind of in timeout while I truly decide what color I want to use. And here are the colors next to each other. Not a huge difference. This one is just a little lighter. This one's a little greener, grayer. Not a big difference. I don't know. So I'll figure that out eventually. And another one I started was Harriet Elizabeth Coe by Brenda Gervais. And this is a really pretty reproduction sampler. She charted it for, if I can find the picture. So this is the front of the sampler, and she charted it for the back of the sampler, which is the non-faded colors. And there's pinks and purples and very girly colors in there. I wanted it to look more like this. So I pulled some cotton threads and came up with these colors. So, and I just have a little bit done. This is on Vintage, I think it's Vintage Light Exemplar by Lakeside Linens, 40 count. So I just have the border, a little bit of the border, but I think these colors are going to be pretty. So I'm really trying to shop for my stash, use what I have. and use what really appeals to me. So we'll see how that looks. And this border I messed up and ripped out like 3 times. I don't know, cause it's not matching all the way around. It varies. And I also had to rip out this border up here. So I don't know, me and borders lately. So I decided when I went to Atlanta, I needed like a hurricane project, I guess. So I started where is it? So I decided to start Janet Spears 1813 by Needlework Press. And I'm stitching it on vintage, 40 count vintage exemplar using all the recommended Belle Soie silks. So I basically just got the border done, and there's a lot of stitching to that border. It's 3 zigzag lines all the way around, 3 different colors, and back stitching on both sides. So I worked on this mainly in the car and in our hotel in Atlanta. So we were able to go to a Braves game in Atlanta. It was funny because right after I bought the tickets, I saw online they were giving free tickets to anyone who evacuated. Oh well, we had a lot of fun. I've missed going to the Braves games. I used to go when I lived there all the time. I loved it. So anyway, here are the Belle Soie threads, and I had them all in my stash, so that worked out good. So we'll get back to that one too. And let me see, anything else there? Oh, on September 1st, there was a stitch along to start Anne Grimshaw by the Scarlet Letter. Anne Grimshaw, 1818, 200 years ago. She stitched the sampler. It's so pretty. I just got a teeny start on it. That's it. One tiny little, not even a whole motif. This is 40 count country mocha that I overdyed with tea and coffee. And I'm using Vicki Clayton hand-dyed fibers in basic black. That's it. Silk. So I think I have just enough to stitch this sampler. And I'm trying to think. I think that's all I've worked on. Pretty sure, yeah. I don't think I've worked on Birds of a Feather since the last time I did a video. This is on 40 count Legacy by Picture This Plus. So another one I need to get back to. And I'm using all the called for needlepoint ink silks for that. And I need to get back to Blackbird Designs Darling Buds of May. So I don't have much more to go on this. I just need to get it done. So, got a lot to get back to. And then I did get out another old whip that I started last year. And that is October 31st by Brenda Gervais. I love this witch. She's just the cutest. I'm doing this also on 40 Count Legacy by Picture This Plus. The good thing was I had all this grass already done. So I've just been working on her, and I have all this skirt to fill in here. So hopefully I'll get that done by Halloween. And this I'm just using all the called for threads. And it calls for cotton, hand-dyed threads, and 1 bell swath. And I think that's it. I believe that is everything. Next weekend I'm going to one of Katrina Boyd's retreats in North Augusta. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to getting away and stitching with my friends. My husband's coming with me. This will be the first time he'll be coming with me because he wants to go to a car show. So we're going to do that on Saturday morning, and then might go, actually it's in Charlotte, so I'm going to try and stop at Stitch and Frame. I might drop off Martha Pudsey to get framed and maybe pick up a couple things, and then we'll go to the car show and then come back and I'll stitch the rest of the night. So I'm really looking forward to getting away next weekend. So I hope you guys have a great couple weeks, and hopefully it's not 2 months again before I do another video, and I will talk to you later. Bye.